Finally, finally, dog. It is here. It is real. It is here. 10 years, 20 DLCs, dog. Xenoverse 3 is here. Y'all, I can't believe this shit. This shit, y'all. This shit is real, dog. This shit is real. I'm happy. I really am, bro. Just growing up alongside this franchise, it's been a ride. It's really been a whole ass ride. Because Xenoverse 1 came out in my early years of high school. I was either a freshman or sophomore. No, I was a freshman in high school when Xenoverse 1 came out. I was a sophomore when Xenoverse 2 came out. So, it's been a long time. I'm 25 now. I'm married. So, I grew up with Xenoverse. But, before we dig into this video, I'm your host of 107. I'm gonna bring you some speculation, some theories about the new World of Xenoverse 3. The new Age 1000, dog. So, the first frame of the trailer introduced a new character. I think his name is Brett. His design is low-key gas, bro. I fuck with Brett. I really do. Like, it seems that Brett is gonna be your partner character, like Xeno Trunks was, which is cool. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I feel like Brett is gonna grow to be like a character like Shallot, where the community is gonna just love him. But in all honesty, Xenoverse 3 having your CAC, which is John 1000, and having Brett be a character on his own and stand on his own, is very similar to how the Scions of the Seven Done. The Seven Done in Final Fantasy 14 work, or how the cast in Legend of Zelda have a whole lore and story arcs around Link, and Link is a solid protagonist, and John 1000, which is us, will be that silent protagonist. I love it. I do. I really do. I've even seen online where people have been saying that Brett might be a descendant of Goten or a descendant of Yamcha. Now, he does have that Goku kind of look, that Son family look, so I can see that Gokuism, you know what I'm saying? I can see the Gokuism in him, but I can see the Yamcha in him. I definitely do. But like, yeah, this shit gonna be gas. This shit gonna be real gas. Yamcha, I mean not Yamcha, Brett even has the like scars on his face, so even if that led to the Yamchaism too. But having your rival character be a descendant of Yamcha and having Bulma be a main focus in the story is very Toriyama coded, bro. That is very Dragon Ball-esque, and thematically I can see Toriyama doing that, because they say that Toriyama himself designed the whole entire world of this new Age 1000. He even has the fit of the new Crane School that they had in Dragon Ball Online, and dog, it's just peak. I like Brett. Brett gonna be something, dog. He gonna be something. So the second character we see is a K-pop demon, not Rumi, but not a hunter either, but a K-pop demon, an idol. It seems like this is our first indication that we're gonna have playable demons alongside everything else in Xenoverse. I'm ready for it. I know at Daima we saw the Glens, we saw people like Pansy, Glorio. I forgot what world the demon ran that from, but we have demons. They said that every character that has spiked ears in Dragon Ball is a part of demons, and the Mechans are demons too. So, and her design, the demon idol girl, her design is very reminiscent of Eren Su and that other girl who gave the eye to Goma during Daima. Yeah. So I'm really excited. What's also intriguing to me is that like other MMOs have events, right? MMOs like Phantasy Star have concerts where they play music, like they perform music during concerts, their events, and maybe Xenoverse 3 will have something similar like this with this idol. They've done something similar to like this before in Xenoverse 2. I don't know if y'all remember, but during Xenoverse 2, they used to reveal DLC for the hero vote on a giant screen in the sky. I think it's still there in Xenoverse 2. That giant screen where people will come up and they'll come watch the trailer live, and they'll replace the trailer every like 30 minutes. That's pretty much what those concerts and other MMOs like Phantasy Star Online, New Genesis, I think it's another MMO that does. I can't remember. That's usually what they do. And if we had events where this demon girl would come up and sing a song and perform a concert, I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't really do nothing for like gameplay, but it just makes the world feel lived in. So yeah, that shit gonna be gas. Everything about this game gonna be gas, bro. It's Xenoverse 3. It's the fabled Xenoverse 3. It really is. The third character is interesting, right? Because we see a character that's reminiscent of Adele, but also reminiscent of Chi-Chi, which makes sense, right? Adele, Chi-Chi is still part of the Sun family, and my theory is that she is a Sun family descendant like Brett is, and that she's Brett's younger sister. And that kind of explains why she watches Brett as she's in school and he's going to go do his job as a great Saiyaman. And maybe, you know, hypothetically, let's throw a wild card out there. Maybe Brett had to protect his little sister from something insane, right? And that's how he got the scars. But that's also what motivated him to be a hero later on, and that's why he ended up joining the Great Saiyaman. Maybe that's something. Maybe that's something a little. Maybe that's just insight. Maybe, hey, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's something they got cooking. But yeah, Dale or Chi-Chi descended. She looks cool. She gonna be. I feel she gonna have a very strong like backstory behind her, right? Between her and Brett. That's gonna be cool to see. So this fourth character we saw, and this is about the last character for the original cast. It's a Saiyan. It's a Saiyan in an alleyway. Now this Saiyan has some abstract details about him. He has no eyebrows, right? He wearing kind of like a short jacket with a bodysuit. He has a tail. He has a big ass pompadour, and he's in the dark in an alley with broken glass. So I believe that this is our antagonist or rival character. Maybe a character that's supposed to be shrouded in darkness but end up being a good character later on. And something about his design just screams that too, because he has those Super Saiyan 3 eyebrows. I don't know about y'all, but his design kind of is reminiscent of Super Baby 2. Super Baby 2 also has those Super Saiyan 3 eyebrows. He don't have eyebrows. He kind of has that bodysuit with that jacket vest thing too. He has the gloves, and he doesn't necessarily have a pompadour, but his hair is very much pronounced like this character is. And maybe, I don't know, maybe this is a character that is a Saiyan but is intrigued with the lore between the Tuffles and the Saiyans. Maybe, I don't know, but it kind of gives me that Baby Vegeta vibe. Yeah, I think he'll end up being cool. He also has a tail too, which means that Saiyans will have tails, bro. Like, I'm a Saiyan main. That's why I said us Saiyans. Like, I'm ready for that shit. I need something that ain't just a stick that's stiff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why Xenoverse 2 did that shit for so long, but we got tails now. But let's move on to the OG cast from Dragon Ball, because we have some returning characters that we need to talk about. Alright, so OG cast. The first person we see from the original cast is Piccolo. Now, this game is set age 1000. It's been 200 years since the end of Z, and I guess the end of Super. We don't know what's post Super, right? But this takes place post Super because we see a character that's from Super. We see Piccolo. Now, Piccolo being here isn't that crazy because Namekians lived for a long time. Kami was on Earth for thousands of years before Goku was even introduced to the story, right? Kami was the guardian of Earth. King Piccolo was terrorizing Earth for hundreds of years, you know what I'm saying? Roshi, before he got old, was alive for a long ass time. Like, I think General Tao was like 200 and something years old in OG Dragon Ball, and he and his brother Shin was around the time where Shin's master and Roshi's masters was fighting King Piccolo and used the fucking Mafuba on Piccolo, and that was like 200 years prior. So Namekians lived for a long time, dog. And we even see this in the original Age 1000 Dragon Ball Online, where Piccolo's alive. Piccolo's alive, and he's in the background, and he's still trying to help the future, this new generation of warriors. But he's older, you know what I'm saying? He's like an old man. He's not necessarily as old as Kami was, but you can see he got the little marks on his face. He got the old man marks, the old grandpa marks you get to see in anime. So Piccolo's here. He's Oriflamming, of course. The second character we see is Gamma 1, bro. We see Gamma 1. Now, this ain't too crazy, because Gamma 1 is an android, and they don't age. And we see that at the end of Superhero and in the Gohan pilot episode, well, manga chapter, that like Dr. Hedo and Gamma 1 work for Capsule Corp now, right? And so it makes sense for Gamma 1 to be here. It's Age 1,200 years later. He's still working for Capsule Corp. But the same time that we see Gamma 1, we see a character that I am intrigued in, bro, that I have a theory about. We see Baby L BBL Bulma, dog. BBL Bulma. Now, we got two routes here. This could be future Bulma from Trunks timeline, Xeno Trunks timeline, coming to the future to do his job. You know what I'm saying? She could be taking her son place and helping the Great Saiyan Man and create the Great Saiyan Man protect West City. And Xeno Trunks dies in Xenoverse Future Saga 4. Now that might be crazy, but I doubt they're gonna kill off Trunks. Or this is B2. Now stay with me, y'all. B2. If y'all played Nier Automata, y'all know about 2B, y'all know about A2, y'all know about the Yorha androids, right? These are androids made to look like humans who have human emotions, and we've already had those in Dragon Ball, right? You have your original androids that don't have cyborg enhancements, like 18 to 17. You have 19, you have 8, you have 16, you have Android 13, you have Android 15. These are all original androids made from the ground up with no human parts. And this might be a Bulma android, dog. This might be B2. Listen, I don't know how I feel about that, because it's kind of sad that like Bulma has an android in the future and Bulma's gone, and like Vegeta's not here. But we've already seen a Goku shrouded in darkness in the original Xenoverse 3 trailer, and maybe this is just our Bulma just pulled from the past to the future. It might be something simple like that. But hey, if it's a Bulma android, if it is some Nier Automata shit, you heard it here. You heard it here, dog. You heard it here. Man, oh man. Xenoverse 3 is shaping up to be something insane, bro. I sat down today and I've just been watching people reactions, and I've just been studying, and I've just been watching the trailer over and over again. And I think the last character we need to talk about here, right, is West City itself. Because the city itself is a character, right? Because it's so vibrant. It's vibrant and is so active. In the trailer, there's a shift between CGI rendered cutscenes and the real in-game engine. It's right when before Bulma crashes, right? The game fades away and it cuts, and then the game loads up the real rendered cutscene, and Bulma crashes down and crashes to John, which is ICAC, and you still see the city. And even though the city doesn't look as good as it did in the pre-rendered cutscene, and it's not that a major difference. It's not that different than how it looked in the cutscene prior. And that is amazing, dog. In the middle of the city, there's a like I don't know, it looks like it's a city on top of a city almost. Like there's a pillar going up and it sprouts open on top in the middle of the city. And I believe that the races in the Xenoverse are split between cities. And I think West Cities had cities on top of it. And we kind of had this idea already in Xenoverse where each race had its different like area. Boo had the Boo House. You had Guru House in the Xenoverse 2. The Saiyans had what did the Saiyans have? Was it Frieza ship? I can't remember. But each race had a different area, right? Had different areas that you went to, and this is how you unlock your transformations. So to play upon that, to make that bigger, I think giving the races different areas and stuff would make a little bit sense in Xenoverse 3. We don't see any modules in the trailer outside of the Demon Girl, because of course, but we don't see any Boo modules. We don't see any Boos in the trailer. We see one Namekian, which is Piccolo, but we don't see any other Namekian walking around. Can't really tell the difference between Saiyans and humans, but we did see a Saiyan there. But we're missing two. We're missing the Namekians and we're missing the Boos. So maybe that's how they separated, and maybe throughout the game's advertisement we'll get more looks at the races, because I know they're here. I have a strong feeling that we are getting more races than we thought in this game. There's been a lot of developments in Dragon Ball in the past like 10 years of Xenoverse 2, because you have like Ceruleans and stuff from Granola. You have the demons, of course. You can have the Glens. You can dive into that. You can have your regular demons like Toa and Dr. Aaron's. Well, no, you can have like demons like Toa and Glorio, and then you can have your demons like Supreme Kai, Supreme Kai Tan, Dr. Aaronsu, and what was that guy's brother? What's Shin's brother name? Whatever, Negetsu, yeah, him, yeah. You can have Glens and stuff like that, and they can really expand on that. But yeah, man, this game is shaping up to be something crazy, dog. I truly can't believe we are here. We are in the right timeline. But yeah, I yapped enough in this video. We'll wrap it up here. We're gonna be back again later talking about some more. We're gonna be talking about Xenoverse 3 for a long time. So I'm your host, Avant7. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one for sure.